But music came out finally.
A lot of music.
A good deal of it, yeah.
Where would you gentlemen like to start in terms of the music?
Let's start at Khaled. It's probably the one we've talked about prior.
That's true. We gave a whole review before the album. We did a track list review. That's how thirsty we were.
Talked about Khaled too much. Sorry.
You don't got a review? You didn't do a lyric breakdown?
On Khaled's album?
Yeah.
Yo, I like Khaled's album.
Yeah?
Let me start there, because I know that you hate it, and I know that a lot of people that I've been speaking to hate it.
I wouldn't say hate, but...
Well, that's because you pussy, but... were you feeling the album more?
No.
Yeah, I know you said you weren't. Nobody I spoke to likes it outside of me and Rory.
I figured out what it was, though. I was listening to it last night a little bit. It doesn't feel... You can tell that they didn't... A lot
cohesive?
of the music...
It's not cohesive.
Yeah,
you
can tell a lot of the records.
And I hate to say that, but it's not cohesive.
I mean, but
Not only
Khaled
that-
albums typically aren't, because there's so many different artists.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is
He's
for
done
me.
a better job in the past.
For me, it's just like I need to feel like y'all actually had a moment in the studio and captured it.
Right.
That's what music needs to feel like for me when it's an album like this.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Like I don't want to feel like, yo, you sent this artist this beat with this.
I need to
amount
feel
of
like someone
bars.
spazzed at some point. You know what I mean? Like on a compilation, like, yo, bro, all you doing is 16 and the whole album. Spaz on that motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
no
but
one spazzed on that shit.
I want y'all to build a record together.
Yeah.
Don't have a record and send it to somebody and just like, yo, put your verse on this and then send it back.
If it's going to be that type of thing, they should spaz. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to just send a verse to Nas with a blank verse, I want a crazy Nas 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but I don't know. I just the feel. I mean, again, it's a couple records on there that I do like, maybe 4.
Give me your high points. Give me your low points. Come on, let's fresh
obviously-
back from the road. Let's give them some expert analysis here. What we doing?
Well, obviously the Nip and John Legend record is dope.
We're all in agreement
That's the
there.
best
Yes.
song on the album.
The only thing that I would have loved to hear more of is when that beat flip and Nip started going on. Oh man, that was like, that sounded like a crazy intro for a crazy album. Like once that beat flipped, I wanted to hear Nip more on that beat, but obviously we didn't get that. I like the Ross and Jeezy record.
Sorry.
I wanted to hear them rap more though.
Yeah,
I would like for them to come back in with another verse.
yeah. I like the Buju records.
The Meek Mill, J Balvin
was cool.
record is I like that record. And there's one more record on there that I'm forgetting
But you know what? Stop. Pause for a minute. I've had enough. I've had enough of this. Let's talk about it. And because I used to make music, I just know how it is when you're trying to catch something out there. So you're putting something out there that's like sing-along-y that people will feel and vibe to and just chant when it comes on. But I've heard this entirely too much, and I love this song. I'm jamming. Oh, yes. Why do you stay? Why do you stay? The guy's crying. The nigga's not crying every night. It's not happening, but it's fine. I don't have a beef yet. I love this record. But there's one line we're going to address so that... Stop it. Let's stop that right now.
What,
You bitches
loyalty?
ain't loyal. None of you are loyal. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these fucking songs putting these lines in there for the girls to sing along with in the club, and it's a lie. You're lying.
but
None of you are loyal. When the social media age, you bitches can't even communicate. You can't express yourselves. You're not loyal. You won't tolerate shit. Enough of this in the music. I think you're too loyal.
Let that out.
Oh, but wait.
I was just gonna let him. I was gonna let him cook.
But wait, time out. It just dawned on me. See, he's pulling the Jagged Edge card. He's dirty macking. And wait, stop. Don't do that because Joe don't dirty mac. So let's not create that narrative.
Who's creating it?
Joe don't dirty mac. Don't associate me with nothing in this song. I'm going on a loyalty rant. It's not because I'm ranting.
No. I didn't, you know.
He thinks she's too loyal to her man.
That's kind of a dope dirty Mac though. I can't even hate. Like, yeah.
What do you say to that?
Like,
Yo, you too loyal.
that's a really dope way to say, yo, cheat with me.
That's a dope way to get punched in your face too, though.
Yeah, that's a really
That's a
quick
dope way to get shot in the head.
Yeah, all
That's
types
a
of
dope
shit.
way to get your home broken into.
Yeah.
That's a dope way for me to get your address from one of the bitches that we both used to fuck with. That's a dope way for a lot of shit to happen. I don't know if
all
y'all
negative things.
Don't come on here just crooning about loyalty, my nigga. Like, I'll stab you.
I think you too loyal.
Yeah, fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Yeah. I think you're bleeding now.
But I really do like that song. It worked.
Yeah.
I like that record.
It
too.
worked.
Yeah.
It's funny you said Jeremiah always finds a way to sneak on a record. This is basically his record.
Fam, that is Jeremiah's move.
Yeah.
Jeremiah will sneak on a record and try to steal it from you.
Well, in his defense,
Because he'll kill it.
In his defense, he does mad of the references.
I'm not inviting no nigga on no record that be killing shit.
You know what it
John
is?
Shine?
His sound.
Yeah.
His sound is so unique. Like, you know Jeremiah as soon as you hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
So I
voice
think he
is-
just stands
voice
out
is
on
different.
every track because.
But my
his
beef
voice.
with Jeremiah, and I hate to be the guy to continuously have beefs, but my beef with Jeremiah is the same beef I'm going to get into whenever we get into this Ty Dolla record. Feature killers. Feature killers. Like, god damn, I want to hear a project from the feature killers that match them killing the features. And that is my Jeremiah issue.
That's fair.
Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that.
It's also and let's finish Khaled, but when we get to Ty, fam, I'm mad at that record. I'm mad at that record. I'm mad at Berg.
You know what it is for a lot of these
Come
feature
on.
artists? It's kind of like getting the trailer.
Ty Dolla $ign. I don't want I want to hear you.
Well, let's
Enough.
Stay on Khaled.
Well,
All right,
we'll get to
we've
Ty.
heard Ty,
We'll get to
though.
Ty.
All right, let's stay on Ty. Khaled.
We'll get to Ty.
Listen, I know I don't think that album was so bad because I didn't purchase the album. I didn't buy the album. I just purchased the songs.
The Khaled album?
Yeah, I didn't purchase the Khaled album. I only purchased the songs that I liked from the Khaled album, which is the Cardi record, the SZA record, that record we just played, You Stay, Higher, Nipsey, Won't Take My Soul, Nas and CeeLo, Weather the Storm, Meek, Big Boy Talk, Jeezy and Rick Ross, Thank You, Big Sean. Those are the only records that I purchased. So if you're telling me that I bought 8 records off of an album.
And top off, you would have bought had it came out with the album.
Yeah.
So
if you're telling me I like 8 records off of an album, I can't say very much bad about the album.
yeah. I mean, just to quickly get back to the Nipsey part of it, I did think it was dope that because not a lot of people have their own records on here or have their own records on a Khaled project. Period.
Yeah.
And I know Nipsey is this whole aura and thing now since his passing, but Nipsey wasn't a mainstream rapper. Like, I think Khaled deserves some credit for putting Nipsey on a record by himself with John Legend. Like, no other rappers, not a whole bunch of posse cuts. Like, it's a Nipsey record.
Right.
With, of course, John Legend. Not taking away from that.
Right.
But to put him with John, I think Khaled deserves some foresight
Khaled-
in doing that. Like, because only SZA has her own record, and SZA
And Sean.
is on fire.
Sean has it.
And Sean, yeah.
And Sean, he killed that Thank You shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
that was dope.
I think Parks doesn't like the polishedness of it.
Maybe.
It's very polished.
I
It's
think
Khaled.
Parks doesn't like the commercial aspect of it.
That might be fair. I just didn't think that there was no songs that really like spoke to me. Really.
I'm with you there.
Like, there's no exceptional song. Like, with pop records, I can still like pop records when the songwriting and production shit is incredible. I didn't get any of that from this. The production is good, but
Well, see, I was saying when he announced that feature with Cardi and Blank, which was 21 Savage, I was saying back then that, Cardi, sometimes before you ever hear a record, you can know what's going on with the record just by the business that the record entails. Cardi and Khaled are 2 megastars, so that's a lot of business. It took a lot to get that done, I'm going to assume, which means y'all can't just go in the studio and make just a good record.
right.
No.
Y'all got to go in there and produce something that says this is big business.
Yeah.
And that's what Khaled has become to me. He's that type of big business marketing machine to where you can get anybody on a record. You're an amazing A&R, so you can make an amazing record, and it's just one huge billboard / commercial for everyone.
Right.
Who's turning it down? Nobody.
Right.
I don't know who's purer between Khaled and Parks is what I've been trying to figure out.
Well, no. We established
It's Khaled, right?
Punch. We deaded that argument right away. Khaled said, "Yo, I got the blessing from Outkast. There's nothing purer than that.
There's nothing.
We are the purest."
And I didn't understand. Yeah.
the purest?
And then I looked over at Parks, and Parks was dead quiet.
Parks didn't look like he was the purest.
No.
So I don't understand how you could not like that record when it's the purest. It's in its purest.
The scissor record is the purest?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He got the blessing straight from the gods themselves.
Oh, he got the blessing.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that song still sucks.
Is Outkast? Yo, I don't know why you think that song sucks.
What's it about?
Because Parks hit.
I don't know.
How does the melody go?
It's
because-
dope.
because-
It's the Miss Jackson melody.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not
It's
the Miss
absolutely
Jackson.
not.
It's not the Miss Jackson melody. She created her own melody to a classic Outkast record.
Yeah.
And
I like the record.
I can give you the melody.
Go ahead.
I can continue. I mean, I know the melody. What are you trying to say by that?
It wasn't very catchy to me.
You just hate R&B parts.
No, I don't.
And
I
you
like
hate
R&B.
You hate R&B
I love
over
SZA.
classic
I love SZA.
hip hop records.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
SZA has sounded like All the Stars. That record, every time I've heard it since that record came out.
Oh, since the Black Panther joint?
Yeah.
I can see the comparison on that one. But, again, I fuck with that record. I think the only ones I don't fuck with, the Travis Scott and Post Malone one, not too big on that record. That's
I'm not angry
I'm
at
not mad
that
at that
record.
one.
I'm
I
not
wasn't mad at
angry.
that.
I'm not
That's-
angry
It's
at
not
that.
for me, but I'm not mad at it.
No, because I think I only have 2 skips on here. That's one skip. And
Yo, Rory is so pop now. Do you hear him?
2 skips.
I like
No,
this
he's
album.
pure.
No,
Yeah, I'm just
Rory's
purer than
not,
you.
Rory's not pure. And Punch didn't say he was, so sorry.
No, I'm part of We the Purest.
No, you're not.
We the purest.
The Freaking You, I love that beat. I just feel like they didn't do justice with the verses. Like, they lose me when they start rapping. But the beat is great.
Okay.
I love everything Meek has been doing for like the last 3 years. I do. Sorry.
He's been doing a good job. A really, really good job.
Yeah, I think him and Sean, I
Consistency.
think, were the standouts on this album.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into a standout talk.
They were.
Let's talk about the cohesiveness and the standouts.
Who else stood out to you, Roars?
You're so phony when we get on the microphone. We be having these convos off mic, and you be with me, and then get on here like, oh, that's such a horrible.
Rory, we got a podcast to do. I can't agree with you on things.
Well, we skipped over the Nas record. I know.
Nas should never rap for 12 bars, ever. Hey,
I didn't understand
it's
that.
blasphemous for anybody to ever call Nas and say,
Yo, I need
hey,
12.
I need a 12. 2 of them.
But what? Okay,
Because
what
wait
if
a
it's
minute,
the other way around though? What if that's what he sent back?
212.
Maul, don't say nothing to me yet.
But what if that's what he sent back though?
He might have sent him
Like, what if
24
Khaled wanted
and they
more than
split
that?
bitch.
First, well,
I really
Maul,
don't think Khaled said, just give me 12.
Yeah, I
really
can't see
don't think
Khaled
that.
saying that to Nas.
I think that's exactly what Khaled said.
Oh, you are. He let him spaz on Nas' album Done.
Great. I just finished making a point about the polishness of the album, the commercial marketing aspect of the album.
Yeah, I get that, but
If I make that point, then I 100% believe that Khaled sent Nas something and said 2 12s or with a spot for 2 12s. Nas
That's
never
crazy.
in his fucking life has volunteered to do 2 12s. So
Yeah, he
y'all
might-
can say whatever y'all want. I don't think Nas. Yeah, I don't think.
I don't know if any.
I
To your what your
disagree.
point?
Nas sound like he was shocked that he had to end the verse.
But no, that's
both times.
In the
Yo, you
middle
know
of a
how hard
thought.
it is to do that on the second verse.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't see. I can't see Khaled being the first person to ever
Fam, he
request
took
just
CeeLo.
12 bars from Nas.
Fuck what you say. He took fuck this Nas talk. He took CeeLo Green vocals and turned them into some other bullshit.
That shit
What
did
are you
not sound
talking
like
about?
CeeLo.
So
I'm
if
just talking
I'm
about
going
12
by,
bars from Nas.
but if I'm going by this song and what he did to the CeeLo vocals and nigga, the hook is more than 12 bars.
Is it?
He started with a slimmed down version of the hook, which is still a long hook.
Yeah.
Gave us 12 bars of Nas, gave us a super extended version of the hook, gave us 12 more Nas bars, and gave us a longer version of the hook. I would argue that the second hook and the third hook are longer than both Nas verses.
I want to hear CeeLo sound like CeeLo. That was my
Yeah,
problem with
man.
that record.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, aside from the short Nas
I was
version.
that's
sorry,
He
man.
ain't sound
the
like
12 from
CeeLo.
Nas was like. But again, I felt the same way about the Ross and the Jeezy. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
no,
No,
let these niggas, because I
legitimately-
know they
it's
wanted to get their
legitimately
shit
12.
off.
Right.
I know they wanted to get their shit off.
I don't know if Khaled ever heard this record. You know what I mean? This the CeeLo I want to hear right here. Hold up. Do you fucking niggas hear this shit? What are you talking about?
Right.
Don't give me that Khaled fucking Gnarls Barkley shit.
I didn't give that to you.
Have you ever heard this song? I don't know if you was
on,
outside.
That was definitely. I was a grown ass man.
We was together.
I was a grown ass man when this album came out.
Yeah, CeeLo
This
has
guy's
one of
voice
the
is too
absolute
beautiful.
best voices.
His voice is too beautiful for you to do that
CeeLo's
too.
voice is incredible.
He's one of the most talented
His
human
voice
beings
is
that's
too-
ever
Hell yeah.
walked the
His
planet
voice
Earth.
is too beautiful for you to do that too. But I did purchase that song, and I like the song.
It's not bad.
I like the song.
It's just
I listened to it.
disappointing.
I just played it on the way here.
It's just not fulfilling enough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I like it. I see what y'all are saying though. It didn't
Like-
fulfill its potential of
Yeah.
what a Nas and CeeLo
Nas
record
and
could be.
CeeLo, bro? Come on.
Where was Rick Ross to A&R that?
Oh my god.
Oh,
To-
if,
to
Ross
spit on
Ross
that.
A&R that shit would be
That's it.
7 minutes long.
Even if Ross didn't say a word, but give Ross CeeLo and Nas,
and
everybody can get out.
a studio. Yeah, word.
Everybody can, go to the pool hall for a few hours,
Right.
and then come back in a few hours.
Yeah.
Don't put no
Hear this
ID in that
magic.
room.
Oh, that's the best.
Word.
Creators don't get enough credit, man. That's the best.
Yeah.
When niggas is in the studio and somebody could leave for
But
hours
that's what
and
I'm
come
saying.
back, and it's just something cooking.
But see, that's what I'm saying about how the album feels. It
it's-
doesn't feel like niggas was in the studio together, like making a moment happen. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
they-
think, I don't
yeah,
think
they just-
Khaled projects sound like that really at
but
all.
that's my problem with Khaled projects.
No, that's not. Normally, I think he does a good job of avoiding that. When he did the Lovers and Friends remake, it was a great flip. Sounded like they was together, even though we knew they weren't. Even the Maria flip, I didn't know that Bryson Tiller wasn't there, and that Party wrote it until somebody.
Yeah, but
came
Joe,
out and
those
said
are
all
already
that.
songs that exist.
And then there's no song on this album that is as good as the best songs on his previous album.
That's the thing. There's no like in my ear to my ears. There was no like, oh, that's gonna be a smash. There's some shit that
don't-
I think they will turn into smashes. Like
I think that Cardi and 21
that's what-
record, give it
they're
some
gonna-
time.
They're gonna make that a smash.
That'll go.
It's like
And
it's like nonstop.
That Meek J Balvin loyalty record this
Potentially.
summer, I could see it doing something.
It's a good record.
At least over here.
It's a good record.
At least over here in a regional aspect.
yeah,
I'm with you.
And as good as Khaled's album was, I thought Tyler's album was much better.
absolutely.
Well, it was
I don't know.
more
That's,
of
I don't know.
a,
That's
that's
really
a
a
fucking
comparison.
it was a different, it was a whole different type of vibe.
That's a
Dang,
fucking album.
Fam.
It's a different
You
vibe.
know what I was paying a lot of attention to? We talked on this podcast about the rollout and the marketing of Khaled and Epic and everyone involved in that project, right?
Right.
The subtlety of Tyler. I'm probably owe Tyler an apology.